I had the displeasure of watching Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire in theaters a couple weeks ago, and I thought, what better way to make up for the agonizing waste of my time than to make a video ranking these stupid-ass monsterverse movies. I get it, some movies are meant to be just silly and fun, but this last one took a toll on my being. Anyway, let's rank these bitches. Godzilla Minus One just a few months ago dared to ask if it's possible to make the human characters the best part of a Godzilla movie. It dared to ask if it's possible to make a Godzilla movie a piece of high art. The answer to both was yes. Godzilla x Kong dared to ask if it's possible to make a movie feel like a lobotomy, and the answer is much the same. Whether it's the insufferably bland characters, the shit dialogue, or the most incoherent plot imaginable, in The New Empire, Godzilla literally kills thousands in Rome, and in the next scene you have a character basically say, the people of Rome should be grateful Godzilla caused the equivalent of 5 9/11s. Then the movie ends with a huge fight in Brazil, another several thousand people, but yippee, the monsters saved the day. This movie was a crime against my senses, and I'm officially done with the Monsterverse. I made it very clear to my friends that I will not suffer through another one of these shit bombs in theaters. Count me out.
Last time those two met up, it was almost the end of Kong.
They don't have to like each other. They just have to work together.
This whole movie spits in the eye of the audience constantly, and honestly, maybe the audiences deserve it for what the masses throw their moolah at. Not to degrade the fans, but what do you people see? These past two movies are painstakingly dogshit films that do not care about the story in the slightest. It's actually not hard to just write a decent Godzilla or Kong movie, as we have seen before, but for some reason Hollywood thinks we're all stupid and want monkey fight lizard type shit, while supposedly a lot of you do. Anyway, you couldn't pay me to tell you the plot of either this or The New Empire. I have no recollection due to completely blocking it out of my memory. And again, thousands and thousands of people are murdered by the government and the monster attacks, but we cheer to rejoice in our murderous friends.
It's Godzilla.
I stand by the fact that King of the Monsters has one of the greatest movie trailers of all time. Hands down, I rewatch that shit at least twice a year since its release. Have any of you watched the Avengers trailers edited to the music? Here's a snippet.
What did it cost?
Everything.
Pure bliss. But the movie, on the other hand, was the start of the end in my opinion. The jump the shark moment. I really wanted to love this, but King of the Monsters started the stupid human character trope for these movies and the seemingly quick monster fights. We are treated to some amazing shot sequences when they do show up, but it's never as long as when we are just stuck listening to these deadpan characters recite their shit-tastic lines. I pray we get more Godzilla Minus Ones or Shin Godzillas, or maybe make them like your first two movies, which were actually good.
You're a monster. I'm sorry.
Long live the king.
Now this, my friends, is a quintessential Godzilla movie. They tricked us all, folks. They shoved a great Godzilla movie in our face and thought, let's make this worse for money. Giant monsters don't give a shit who you are as a person. At least the titular creature is acting as a protector, and the movie has him go out of his way not to harm humans if he can help it. But he's not going to have a chat with you about your personal life, just like you're not going to ask an ant about stay. This movie gets it unlike the last two movies the studio made. Godzilla is how you do a proper kaiju movie. The characters and story are actually relevant for this type of movie, definitely better than average, spectacular fight scenes, great special effects, decent score, and a good looking movie in general. It felt like a horror movie in some parts, and I loved it for that.
And not the other way around.
Kong Skull Island completely surprised me. I believe this was the movie where the studios realized audiences like goofy things squeezed into the serious shit, but they went crazy with the recent movies. This movie is the perfect blend of fun action adventure and thrilling horror monster movie. A much better adaptation to the monsterverse than the 2014 Godzilla film. I'm not going to compare the two, but you do get so much more action here. It captures the human characters mixed with the monsters in a way none of the others have perfected. It's a phenomenal depiction of King Kong. All the other monsters and creatures on Skull Island are cool and terrifying. This is basically a Vietnam War movie with monsters. And the amount of things this movie set up for the future of Godzilla and Kong movies is also phenomenal. I think this movie more than anything fueled my hype for the other MonsterVerse movies. It's such a shame that this was a period movie and none of these human characters were able to come back in a meaningful way. Neither were their cool monster setups. If you actually got this far in my video, then you realize I pretty much despise this corporate Hollywood slush they've made, even though Godzilla 2014 and Kong Skull Island gave me such high hopes. They are two movies I can rewatch with ease, yet when I sit back and realize what actually comes to pass, I must stop and remind myself of the filth we were thrown. It's kind of reminiscent of something else, a la Game of Thrones Season 8.
I don't want it. I told you I don't want it. I never wanted a crown.
Tune in every Friday for new movie videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what other movies you would like me to do videos on. Thank you, Mom, for editing the scripts for my movie essays. I appreciate you. Till next time, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.